Hello. I don't know if anyone's gonna be here for such a sudden stream announcement, but hi. Hey. It's time for HIRUKO'S first battle. Or at least the light novel, kind of. So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this light novel was only like a pre-order bonus. So I guess people who bought it afterwards don't have this in their files. Which, I'm like, I guess it's fine. I pre-ordered the game, so it doesn't bother me. But yeah! No worries. Today should probably be like a shorter stream anyway, because it's a light novel, so I assume it'll take maybe an hour or something to read through. And that'll be it for tonight. I've been itching to stream something. So I thought, why not? I feel like it was either gonna be this or tier list stuff, and I feel like I need more than an hour to yap about tier lists for 100 line. So hello. I know, surprise! Morning stream! I never stream this late, usually. Yeah! So we're gonna do the light novel. All I know is that it should be like a sequel. No, it's not a sequel, sorry. A prequel for HIRUKO. It seems fitting that I'm gonna be reading this after the SF route, which is basically all about HIRUKO. I think it's really funny because it's been a week since I finished 100 line. Yay! But also, like, I really do need time to reflect on the game because I feel like my opinions of 100 line and certain characters or routes have changed since I played them. So there might be like surprising developments in like my thoughts and opinions on that when we get there. But hopefully that'll be a fun time to just discuss, and I would love to see, I don't know, if you guys agree with my thoughts or not. Are we about to have some controversial opinions on 100 line? No way. But yes, just gonna read through the HIRUKO light novel tonight. I think the last time I read through one of these like light novel things was probably for Raincoat, and it was frick, that guy's name. Yako! Yako's prequel light novel thing as well. And they're like just little cute little stories. But what's exciting is that the 100 line first anniversary event is gonna be coming up soon in Japan. And they're going to be releasing a Eito prequel light novel there. And like you can get a physical copy if you like get one of the like higher price tickets, I think, for the event. But the Eito light novel will be released online for free at some point. So hey, maybe in the future I'll do another stream where I read that once it's translated, because I hope it is. I hope it is. I know that speaking of light novels, Raincoat, I think, who was it? Halara also got a light novel, but I never read that because I think that came with orders of like the updated version of Raincoat when it came to Steam. I think it's like Raincoat Plus or something. But yeah, so I never got to read Halara's story, which is sad. I'm like, hey, I paid for the pre-order. Give me the light novel anyway. But yeah, I wonder. You know what? I do wonder if the 100 line DLC will be kind of like how Raincoat's DLC went, where the DLC just like was a bit of extra money. I think every DLC story like was something you could buy, or you could buy it together. I can't remember, but can you imagine if 100 line was like, here's 100 more routes and you have to pay for every single one. Sorry, I mean endings. And you're like, I don't know if all of these endings are worth buying. But yeah, alright, let's not dilly-dally and keep going and get going, I mean, with Hiruko's novel. So I'll just open it up and turn this down. But yeah, hopefully today is just like a kind of a chill session. Welcome to my audiobook. You've come to the right place. I definitely know how to read out loud. So, yeah, we'll just get going. Now, I can't remember who wrote this light novel, but there's probably credits for it later on somewhere. So, we'll be able to see that. But yeah, let's go. Alright, Hiruko Shizuhara, a girl from the Tokyo residential complex, resident of Ota City. Ota? Was that ever established? Ota City? Is that Uchikoshi land? Ota? From Somnia Files? Ota City. Calm, elegant, the cool beauty type. She acts the part of a model student, but secretly craves excitement. Every night, she visits the complex pleasure quarter to taste all that life has to offer. Pleasure quarter? What? She's like, that's right, I'm hitting the town for some bitches. E. Oh, damn. Alright, maybe I should play this with a controller. I don't want to keep pressing my keyboard, it's kind of loud. Alright, inside the complex, every day was peaceful and safe. Nothing ever happened to upset the status quo. Beneath this vast artificial ceiling, people lived their lives completely cut off from the natural world and its dangers. You know what? Chuu is kind of covering some of this text. I think I might quickly adjust that so that the game isn't, or at least not all the text is being cut off. Hold on. Is that better? Is that better for reading? Or do you not mind if like some of the text is there? Do you not mind if Chuu's big ass head is in the way? What do you think? The background? Yeah, well, it's still Ato. Do you want all the text visible, or do you not mind? Should have followed this beforehand. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna read it all out loud. You don't need to see all the text. It's fine, as long as I don't mispronounce something. Beneath this vast artificial ceiling, people lived lives completely cut off from the natural world and its dangers. Oh god, so much text. 1. It never rained in the Tokyo residential complex, nor did it snow. Nor was it ever threatened by strong winds or thunderstorms. I really like how the first sentence of this is, it never rained. Like, Kodaka's really saying, this isn't rain code. Little wonder for the complex, there was no sky. The whole city was encased in a giant dome. Beneath this vast artificial ceiling, people lived lives completely cut off from the natural world and its dangers. Inside the complex, every day was peaceful and safe. Nothing ever happened to upset the status quo. Natural disasters, wars, and political strife were all but unknown. Crime rates were low and quality of life was high. If happiness could be defined as a lack of suffering, then the TRC was nothing short of a paradise. The people on the streets all wore smiles. Adults headed off to work with contented looks on their faces, while children went to school laughing and chatting with their friends. Never saw anyone walking dejectedly with slumped shoulders. Wow. The TRC is like paradise. There's no unhappiness. Ever. 99.99% of the population were perfectly satisfied with their mundane average lives here. Wow. But not everybody has the same values. There were some out there whose happiness and contentment just seemed to have passed by. Though extremely few in number, they did exist. This is the story of one such outlier. Hiruko Shizuhara, resident of Ota City, 5'11", long, sleek hair, cold, appraising eyes, looking out from behind rimless glasses. Straight-A student, perfect attendance, she attended Ota Girls High, a good school, all things considered. Her teachers considered her a model student. Her peers called her the cool beauty type. She's just the perfect girl, guys. The perfect woman. Yes, from an outsider's perspective, that's the kind of person Hiruko Shizuhara was. On the inside, though, she's a freak. This city might as well be a sty for domesticated pigs. The truth was, Hiruko found life in the complex unbearably dull. She found it irritating, the way everyone went about their lives with such oblivious contentment. She wasn't like that. A safe, normal life didn't appeal to her in the slightest. What Hiruko wanted was excitement. She still put in an act of being a model citizen, of course. Like the old saying went, a wise hawk hides its talons. During the day, Hiruko buried her contempt for her peaceful existence and acted like she loved the city. During the day. At night, she let her true nature run wild. She's really like, I'm not like other girls. I'm not like other girls. I want danger. Chapter 2. 12 a.m. Hiruko crept out of her house and set out into the night. She hopped on her mountain bike and cycled out of Ota towards Shinjuku. After a while, she saw a glow of neon signs up ahead. She'd reached Kabukicho, the Tokyo residential complex's pleasure quarter. That's crazy. She really is out there trying to get bitches. True to its name, the complex was mostly made out of residential housing, rows and rows of drab uniform buildings. But each ward also had shopping districts where citizens could buy all that they needed for everyday life. In the daytime, they were pleasant places to go shopping or enjoy a quiet moment to oneself. At night, they were practically unrecognizable. Drunken businessmen lounged on the roadside, hosts in slick black suits called out to potential customers, and escorts made their way to the clubs arms in arm with their patrons. A peaceful atmosphere of the day was replaced with a raucous, uncouth racket. This is no place for a high school girl to be wandering around after dark, or so one might think. Ah, it's Hiruko! Lady H! Everybody! Hiri's here! Hiri? They're calling her Hiri? The people of the night not only recognized her, but were thrilled to see her. This is a little weird. They all began crowding around and calling out to her. Where are you gonna hang out tonight, Hiruko? Come do your host routine at our club again. Our sales have never been the same since that first time. Wow. Come join our cipher under the bridge. Hit me with your propaganda mistress, Hiruko! Girl! This seems illegal! It had been a year now since Hiruko had started wandering the nighttime streets in search of greatest stimulation. Eventually, she ended up in Kabukicho and tasted a different side of life, experiencing all kinds of emotions and doing all kinds of things. One night, she put on a suit and joined a host club, setting a new record for the most money earned in a single evening. Whoa, Hiruko in a suit though. I bet that would be really hot. Another night, she'd gone to a BDSM club and delighted the subs there with her merciless whipping technique. You know... I get that this stuff does happen in real life, but at the same time, I'm like, she's a minor. right? She participated in and won an underground rap battle tournament. Okay, I'd like to see that happen. She tagged the wall of an abandoned building. Oh, creating a masterpiece in spray paint. She put on a roadside concert and worked the kabukicho revelers into an absolute frenzy. Well, suffice to say, she had no shortage of colorful anecdotes of her time here. She's doing everything. The talents she hid during the day had come out in all their glory, and she practically become the ruler of the nighttime realm. Her admirers were all so desperate to be around her, and yet, you're in my way. Oh, sorry, you're in the way. Move. Hiruko dismissed them all with a wave of her hand, shaking off some who had already started to cling to her. Nighttime Hiruko was proud, haughty, solitary. She wasn't there to live up to anybody's expectations. At night, she lived for herself. Now then, what kind of stimulations should I seek out tonight? She glanced from the storefront to storefront, club to club. Host, escort, dominatrix, rapper, graffiti artist, bodyguard, street vendor. There was so much she could do, so much she could be. There really was no shortage of exciting pastimes here, or at least that was how she used to feel about it. Oh no, she's like, I'm bored. At some point, Hiruko had wandered off the main street. The tumult of the town faded into the distance, and silence reigned. Tired of walking, she sat on the guardrail by the side of the road and sighed. She looked up, but of course there was no stars lighting up the night, just the giant ceiling with its lights turned off. I don't know what's wrong with me entirely. Nothing I do seems to excite me anymore. Hiruko had reached into her jacket, taken out a plush phone charm, and began talking to it. Is she talking to a little cat plushie? I used to find this part of town so stimulating, but now it's all just feels tedious. I wonder why. The plushie she was speaking to was of a mascot character called Entrily. It got its name from its somewhat grotesque design, being a cute animal with its guts hanging out. Again, I feel like Hiruko and Yugama should hang out more. It was considered to be in such poor taste that it caused public outcry and had to be recalled in just 3 days after it first went on sale. Hiruko happened to see the plushies in store on the day it released and instantly fell in love with the adorable character. Now she took one with her everywhere she went, keeping it in her bra so they never have to be apart. It's a bra. In her bra? I suppose I've just gotten bored of the night. She put a hand on her chest. Thump, thump, thump. Her heart was beating a steady, even rhythm. When was the last time she felt her pulse race? What do I really want to do? The reason Hiruko always got so bored of everything was probably because she had yet to find her true passion. But how is she supposed to know what would make her happy? What could she do in a boring world like this? Hey, and Shirley, I've been having these weird thoughts lately. I wish a meteor would hit the complex and blow a hole in the ceiling. I wish there could be a terrorist attack and all these buildings would fall down like dominoes. Just childish fantasies like that. I must be dealing with a lot of pent-up frustration. Tear it all down, she thought, and still looking up at where the sky would be, destroy it. My everyday life. This tedious world. All of it. I'm starting to think she and Eito have a lot in common. In that moment, that was what she truly wanted. She knew it would never happen though. Wishing on a star was one thing, but she couldn't even do that. There was no sky, no stars, shooting or otherwise, nothing to pin her hopes on. The night wore on in a lonely silence. Eventually, she decided it was about time to call it a night and head home. She didn't want to be back too late and risk her parents discovering she'd been out on her own. Hiruko's parents were rather average people. If they found out their teenage daughter had been wandering the streets at night, they'd probably both have heart attacks on the spot. She tucked Entrily back into its usual place between her boobs and was just setting off when Wah, 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 wah. The quiet of the night was shattered by a series of loud sirens. This is an administrative announcement. The complex danger level has been raised to yellow alert. All citizens report to your nearest shelter until further notice. Speakers mounted on the streetlights played the familiar recorded message. Doors began opening as people came outside, most of them still in their night attire. Another alert? Feels like there's been more of them lately. Where's the nearest shelter again? Be careful on your way down, everyone! Half sleepwalking, the citizens did as they were told, lifting up manhole covers and climbing down ladders to underground shelters. Mommy, I'm sleepy! Don't yawn while you're on the ladder! You're gonna fall off! Everybody remained calm throughout, adults and children alike. These security alerts were just another part of their daily lives after all. An alert. Now, this is going to be awkward. With a weary sigh, Hiruko turned away from the road home and joined the line for the shelter. It moved smoothly and quickly, and before long she was at the front. She gripped the cold metal of the ladder and prepared to climb down. She wasn't looking forward to this at all. These shelter orders could last anywhere from 10 minutes to several hours. During that time, she'd be stuck down there with a bunch of people she didn't know. But it wasn't as if she had much choice in the matter. When you heard the alarm, you had to go to a shelter. For everyone living in the TRC, that was just common sense, wasn't it? Wait. What are we taking shelter from anyway? Opening the manhole covers and climbing down the ladders had been part of her life for as long as she could remember. But for some reason, in that moment, something about it felt unnatural. Now that she thought about it, wasn't it strange for someone somewhere as peaceful as this to have so many security alerts? Weren't they, by definition, an indication that danger was close by? Danger? Here? In the complex? Excuse me, but what is that alarm for? Hiruko paused on the ladder and looked up at the next person in line, a middle-aged woman. What is it for? It's just an alarm. It's so we know to take shelter, the lady replied, tilting her head in confusion. I know, but what are we taking shelter from? Does it mean there's some kind of threat to the complex? Doesn't that seem a little strange to you? Threat? It's only an alarm. We just have to take shelter like normal. You're not listening. I'm asking why we have to take shelter in the first place. But no matter how Hiruko tried to rephrase her question, she just kept getting the same answer. And the conversation went round in circles. It was like what she was suggesting, the very idea of there being a reason for the alerts, was a complete alien concept. Why are you being so difficult? Just be a good girl and get in the shelter. The lady snapped, finally starting to run out of patience. The other people in line weren't much better. Quit saying all this weird stuff. You're holding up the line. Did you hit your head or something? You hear the alarm, you go to a shelter. Even little kids know that. Clearly, so far as they were concerned, Hiruko was the strange one here. None of them questioned why the alarm had sounded, or why they had to take shelter. It was an alien concept to them as well. She's like, you sheeple. Until a moment ago, Hiruko had just been like them. The moment the alarm sounded, her focus had automatically shifted to taking shelter, and she'd walked over to the nearest manhole cover without really thinking about it. But now she was thinking about it, and she didn't like it. Now that the lid was off, all kinds of doubts and questions were bubbling to the surface. Oh, an idea popped into her head. More of a conspiracy theory, really, but it made a weird kind of sense. Was everyone in the TRC having their thoughts suppressed somehow? Could the complex administration have conditioned them all to accept the shelter's orders without question? But if that's the case, why am I noticing that something's wrong all of a sudden? A moment's thought, and she had her answer. Tonight was the night her boredom with the city and life in general had reached its peak. That feeling of being cooped up here must have shaken something loose somewhere in her mind. But her heart was beating faster now. It sounded crazy, but what if it was true? What then? Why did the administration want them to take shelter so badly? Was there something going on that they didn't want people to know about? Why was that? Oh, was that why they ingrained the idea of take shelter when you hear the alarm into everyone's minds to keep them out of the way? Of course, that begged the question. What was the Tokyo residential complex hiding? It was obvious, wasn't it? There must be some danger out there after all. Something that went against the TRC's carefully constructed image as a peaceful place. War? Organized crime? Protests? Executions without due trial? Whatever it was, Hiruko wished she could see for herself. But she became aware of her heartbeat again. Her pulse was racing, as if spurring her on. She knew what her heart was trying to tell her.
And go, Hiruko! See what it is these alarms are being used to cover up. You might just find the ultimate source of stimulation.
That's Hiruko's heart. Before she knew it, she was on her feet and running. Hey, where are you going? There's no shelter that way! Strangers called out as she ran past, but there was no stopping her now. Ba-dum.
Go on! Her heart seemed to say, find it, make it your own!
Hiruko ran full speed down the abandoned streets in search of the solution to this mystery. She turned a corner, ran straight on, turned again, and arrived at a crossroads. She didn't know where she was going. She was just letting her instincts guide her. But she knew she could do it. She wouldn't let this chance get away. She'd find what she was looking for. From the Shinjuku crossroads, she emerged into a four-way intersection. And then, what? That was where she discovered the city's secret. Chapter 3. Her heart sounds like Mickey Mouse. What? Are you saying I sound like Mickey Mouse? Chapter 3. What is that thing? Some kind of mascot costume? At first glance, it resembled a giant teddy bear, well over 6 feet tall, but it didn't have any fur and its skin was blue, with a plasticky toy-like sheen. It had just one big eye in the middle of its oversized head, well, one big eye cavity, with 5 smaller eyes looking out of it. The bear thing began to move. It lumbered along on 2 legs, coming right down the street. It had to be a costume. Surely there must be someone inside. Then it turned to look at Hiruko. The moment their eyes met, she knew this was no costume. It was alive. It was an actual, genuine monster. Without warning, the creature sprang towards her. Hiruko spun around and fled back the way she had come from. Growl! With a strange high-pitched roar, the monster gave chase. It didn't move very fast, but it had a wide enough stride that it could cover a lot of ground. It was only a matter of time before it caught up to her. She scrambled onto a high stone wall and down the other side, into a part of the complex she didn't know. There was no way that big clumsy thing could climb up after her. She'd be safe now, or so she thought. Krakum! What? There was an almighty crash as the wall was blown apart, concrete flying through the air like it was nothing more than a styrofoam. The monster had smashed through practically without missing a step. What in the world is that thing? Normal strategy wasn't gonna work here, but this is no time to stop and think. She just had to run. She ran into narrow alleys between buildings, throwing plastic buckets and anything else she could find at her attacker. She vaulted into the air conditioning unit, kicked off the wall, and dived into an open window. Oh my god. Parkour! She ran out the door in the opposite direction, once again favoring the narrow alley. A parked car blocked her path, but she lunged forward and performed a handspring to clear it in one swift movement. She ran up the stairs of a pedestrian bridge 2 at a time, then jumped off the handrail and into a tree. Wow. She used every kind of parkour maneuver she could think of, but through it all, the monster kept its dogged pursuit. Hiruko stumbled and fell on a pedestrian walkway. She knew she had to get up and keep running, but her body was reaching its limit. She was breathing so heavily, her vision was starting to blur. She didn't even know where she was anymore. The monster was coming closer and closer. In a matter of seconds, it was already upon her. So, this is it. This is how I die. Now that she knew the end was coming, everything seemed to move in slow motion. She saw the monster standing over her in vivid detail as it raised an arm, ready to strike. The club-like arm, the 3 sharp claws, swing down towards her head. It would all be over soon. Open fire! A gruff voice rang out, seemingly from nowhere. Floomp, floomp, floomp. Suddenly there was a noise like gunfire. Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh god, where am I? Oh, there it is. There I am. There was a noise like gunfire, and some kind of liquid, blood, started spewing out of the monster's body. It stumbled back, howling in pain. Another round of shots followed, not allowing the thing a moment's rest. Blood splattered over Hiruko's glasses, dyeing her vision red. Somebody's shooting it? Whatever was going on here, this could be her chance to escape. Still unable to get to her feet, she began to desperately scramble away. Who is this? Is this Sire? Go calm, Busy. You're not gonna want to be there when this goes off. She heard the gruff voice again and saw a ball land at the monster's feet. No, not a ball. The hand grenade! Oh! Hiruko instinctively closed her eyes and covered her ears. A moment later, the force of the explosion sent her reeling. The noise assaulted her eardrums. The burst of light was so bright she could see it through her eyelids. There was a high-pitched ringing in her ears, and everything went white. If she hadn't closed her eyes when she did, she probably would have been blinded. Whoever these people were, they clearly weren't picky about collateral damage. It seems like they managed to kill that monster, though. Her eyes and her ears hadn't quite recovered from the explosion yet, but the thing was dead now. She could feel it. With her life no longer in danger, she could take a moment to calm down and take stock of the situation. What even was that? Okay, I thought the like creatures couldn't be killed by regular weapons. Yeah, was I wrong about that? I thought we had to use hemo anima. Or is it that the commanders can only be attacked with hemo anima? I don't remember anymore. What even was that? An animal? Some kind of bioweapon? And who were the men that saved her? Okay, men. Hiruko waited impatiently for the world to come back into focus. After a few minutes, the glare finally faded, and she felt safe enough to open her eyes again. Excuse me, but what are you doing? She asked hesitantly. Ain't it obvious? We're taking out his core. Administration won't give us our bounty if we don't bring these back. There were 5 rugged-looking men, all dressed in leather jackets and sunglasses. Oh my god, does Hiruko, like, think like, oh my god, they're so cool, I'm gonna wear a leather jacket too. They looked like a biker gang out of an old Hollywood movie. The 5 of them were gathered around the charred remains of the bear thing, digging into its body with a survival knife. Damn, why do the enemy's bodies have to be so tough? It's gonna blunt my knife at this rate. The enemies. So, this thing had a name. And there were more like it out there? And these men hunted them in exchange for rewards from the people in charge? Was that how it worked? Hiruko peppered the men with questions. What were these enemies? Where did they come from? Why was their existence being kept a secret? But the men ignored her. They just went on carving up the enemy's body and eventually pulled out a glittering, metallic lump from inside of it. Listen, Missy, one of them said. You want to stay alive? You best forget about all what you saw here today. Next time you hear an alarm, just head underground like everyone else. With that, they went on their way. Hiruko was in no position to stop them. All she could do was watch them go. Oh. Their refusal to tell her anything was probably a kindness in a way. In their eyes, she was just a normal girl who had gotten a glimpse of a hidden world. They wanted to spare her from learning too much about it and its dangers. She understood that, and yet... There's no way I could ever forget that. She had an encounter with the unknown. She'd run with all her might, her very life at stake. She'd experienced the thrill of coming face to face with death. She really had found the ultimate source of stimulation and excitement. Forget all about it. That wasn't gonna happen. She could never go back to living a normal life now. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Her heart was racing like never before. I think I finally found a place where I can belong. From that day on, Hiruko devoted herself to fighting the strange enemies that threatened the complex. Wow. She's kind of psycho. Not gonna lie. Chapter 4. Before she could even begin fighting, she needed information. Between the connections she formed at Kabukicho and the money she earned as a host that one time, it didn't take long for her to find what she needed. The enemies? Yeah, that's what they call the creatures that show up to wreck stuff every now and then, an informant told her, thumbing through the stack of bills Hiruko had given him. But there's different types, you know. Like, a dog is a dog, but different breeds are still a thing. Sounds like the one you ran into was a grizzly. A grizzly? She had thought it looked like a teddy bear at first. Apparently, it was a type that relied on brute strength, using its powerful arms to mow down anything in its path. Hiruko cleared her throat and clenched her fists. Now that she knew its name, her goal had become that much clearer. She would find a grizzly and kill it. The administration wants everyone to think the complex is all safe and peaceful. That's why they don't tell regular folks about the enemies. They use subliminal messages to keep people nice and compliant. When you hear the alarm, you have to go to a shelter. Don't ask questions, everything's fine. Just go to the shelter, that kind of thing. The informant went on to tell her about how the complex had been handling the situation. Whenever the strange creatures attacked, a security alert would go off in the ward. Once the citizens were safely out of the way, the enemies were dispatched. Normally, it was an elite army's troops who took care of this matter, but the TRC's standing army was too small to deal with all the attacks that occurred around the city. I'm sorry, what? Once the citizens were safely out of the way, the enemies were dispatched? I'm sorry, are the enemies the monsters or the enemies the people that were fighting? What do you mean the enemies were dispatched? Like, the monsters are like, okay, just letting you know, TRC, I'm about to attack the city, alright? Dispatch can be killed. Oh! I see, I see. I thought it just meant to, like, you know, to react to the call of duty. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Thank you. But that's why they put the bounties out. Guess that's why they put the bounties out, he said with a shrug. To help cover their insufficient manpower, the administration allowed weapons to find their way to certain citizens, offering cash rewards to entice them into fighting the good fight. That was what those men Hiruko had encountered were before. Bounty hunters. As to what kind of people the bounty hunters are, well, outcasts and misfits mostly. Kinda like you, Hiruko. Folks who can't stand their peaceful life here. Folks that want a taste of danger. With people like that, one day the conditioning just sorta comes undone. From there, it's only a matter of time until they run into the enemies. I see. The war against these creatures had been going on for centuries, but no one seemed to know what they were. Were they natural? Artificial? Supernatural? Nobody could say for sure. Does the complex administration really not know? Hiruko asked. Somehow I find that hard to believe. And a lot that goes on here those guys don't know about it, the informant replied. Wouldn't surprise me if they weren't hiding that too. He craned his neck towards Minato City, where even from here in Shinjuku, the Tokyo Tower could be seen rising above the rooftops. As the highest point in the complex, the top floor of the tower was where the administration had its headquarters, looking down on their domain, or so the rumors went. I thought this place was peaceful, but there's a lot going on under the surface. Well, Hiruko didn't really care about what the people in charge did or why. She just wanted to fight the enemies and live an exciting, extraordinary life. Nothing more, nothing less. She's like, I don't care about the big picture, alright? I care about my own entertainment. Now that she learned all she could from secondary sources, Hiruko moved on to observing the enemies firsthand. When the alarms rang, she would head out in search of her quarry, watching them through high-powered binoculars. Just as the informant had told her, the enemies came in all shapes and sizes. There were pudgy little ones about 1.5 feet tall, alien-looking ones with tentacle arms, ones that specialized in ranged attacks, more varieties that you could count on your fingers. At any rate, sorry. She decided to focus on the grizzlies for now. So far as she was concerned, that type was the enemy. As the type that made her feel so powerless before, it was now the target of her revenge. Whenever she discovered one, she carefully took note of its proportions. With the help of some high-tech measuring instruments, a clear picture started to emerge. Height.
よろしく。僕は狛枝ナギトだよ。
Height 6'7". Also, thank you to whoever subscribed. Reach 8'2", leg length 1'8". Those were the averages Hiruko managed to work out after observing several specimens. Evidently, there was still room for individual differences even among the same enemy type. With those basics covered, she moved on to observing the grizzlies' behavior. Over the next 2 months, she made several key discoveries. Grizzlies were highly aggressive towards humans. When they saw a person, they'd become agitated and chase after them. Swiping with their massive arms was their only method of attack. They couldn't kick or headbutt, and were never seen to use weapons. Their intelligence was limited, probably on the same level as an actual bear. They knew how to avoid friendly fire with their other monsters, but otherwise acted on instinct rather than strategy. Now, if she could only find a weak point... She tried watching the bounty hunters' attacks on the grizzlies, assuming they would aim at vital spots whenever possible. Unfortunately, this attempt failed to turn up anything useful. All the enemies, regardless of type, seemed to possess a kind of uniform sturdiness across their entire bodies. But that didn't mean they were invincible, sorry. They also shared a uniform weakness. Concentrated gunfire at close range could tear open the skin and make them bleed. Once they lost enough blood, they would weaken drastically, to the point that guns would then cause critical damage. Interesting. So why did she decide to be an axe user? Background info? Check. Anatomy and behavior? Check. Weaknesses? Check. It was time to get into the gory details. How did she kill them? Fortunately, somebody had already figured that out for her. The bounty hunters. She just needed to watch them at their work and take knowledge for herself. There seemed to be just one way for the weak, frail human beings to defeat these monsters. Surround them and attack all at once. When faced with several opponents, these creatures seemed to have trouble deciding who to go after first, resulting in a fatal delay in their actions. The hunters used that opportunity to riddle their target with bullets, making every injury, every drop of blood spilled count. Finally, when it was sufficiently weakened, they'd finish it off with a grenade. There were variations on this strategy, of course, but it all boiled down to the same thing. It was like they were hunting or fishing as a group. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the TRC dating apps, guys like with their fish pictures. It's these dudes with like the monsters. That was by far the safest, most consistent way to kill the enemies. However, no. I have to do this myself. Hiruko had no intention of joining someone else's team. Just thinking about all that teamwork and camaraderie with others made her sick. If she couldn't strike out on her own, then what was even the point of breaking away from normal society? She's like, damn, I really hate the SDU. She thought hard. Was there a way for her to kill the enemies all on her own? These things would charge viciously at her without any hesitation. How could she deal damage without taking any herself? Maybe I can try a hit-and-run strategy, like an outboxer. Her mind went to Muhammad Ali, one of those boxing greats of the 20th century. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Could she do that? Use fancy footwork to keep the enemy at a distance, get in hits a little at a time to wear it down, then move in for the final blow. In theory, that should make it possible for her to fight and win alone. In that case, I better stick to a lightweight weapon. Loading herself up with lots of firearms would only slow her down. She needed speed, maneuverability. A small caliber handgun, perhaps? No, that wouldn't work. The other bounty hunters all used big guns that took 2 hands to wield. Hirako doubted a handgun could deal enough damage in a short enough time to achieve the proper results. But using a shotgun or machine gun while also dodging attacks wasn't likely to end well for her either. She'd need to think of something else. I just need to break through the skin and make them bleed. Thinking about it like that, some kind of blade might be a better choice. A blade. The word seemed to jog something loose in Hiruko's imagination. In her mind's eye, she saw herself wielding an axe, swinging it down to cleave her opponent clean in two. Performing an execution with an axe. Not a bad idea. Wow, badass. She had read that axes were executioners' tools of choice in medieval Europe. Maybe her desire to kill the enemies, combined with that knowledge, was what had conjured up that image. Swinging around a double-headed battle axe was out of the question, but something smaller, something she could hold in one hand, that might just work. She could even strap it to one of her legs and use her skirt to hide it from view. A strap for Hiruko, eh? Anyway. Yes, an axe. That was what she'd use. Now that she made her choice, Hiruko went to a hardware store and purchased a hand axe. She took it to a swordsmith in Kabukicho and had the blade sharpened, sharp enough to cut through the tough hides of the enemies. Once she had her equipment ready, she needed to learn how to use it. She adopted an abandoned Kabukicho warehouse as her training grounds and went there to practice every day. Her first order of business was practice swings. She swung the axe over and over again to get used to the feeling. Yeah! Ha! She started to get a bit of feel for its weight and the best way to handle it. Ha! Yeah! She moved on from regular swinging to aiming at targets, increasing her control and precision further. Ha! Ha! Through trial and error, she found her ideal grip, her ideal stance, her ideal swing. Ha! Hiya! Hiruko had never learned any kind of martial arts, but she seemed to have an instinctive knack for wielding the axe. It hadn't even been 2 months since she started training, and it already felt like an extension of her body. But there was a difference between just swinging the axe around and actually cutting something with it. She hung sheets of cloth from the warehouse ceiling. They were nowhere near as tough as the enemy's skin, but they'd do for now. There was more to cutting something than simply hitting the target. The angle of the blade, the wind-up, and the follow-through, the strength of the swing itself. Only when she got all of that right, just right, did the axe slide silently through the cloth, leaving a smooth, satisfying cut behind. I see. So this is how it feels, Hiruko thought to herself, looking at the blade and smiling. She was already imagining herself slicing through enemies with the same merciless precision. I feel like Hiruko could become a serial killer. In addition to her basic training, she also did a kind of shadow boxing, envisioning different scenarios and practicing how to respond to each one. Naturally, the opponent she always imagined was a grizzly. She'd get around to the other enemy types eventually, but she needed to get her revenge on that one first. If it moved around like this, she'd dodge to the right. If it did that, she'd sidestep like this. Hiruko imagined countless possibilities and drilled the moves into her muscle memory. Letting out her battle cry after battle cry, she faced down the imaginary enemies. Ha! Yeah! She saw their attacks coming and moved to dodge and counter. Ha! Yeah! In her mind, the grizzlies killed her, rendering her body a pot, rending her body apart with their claws, smashing her skull with their heavy paws. That's kind of scary to think about, Hiruko. Yeah! Da! But each death, each failure was an opportunity to learn. Little by little, she was getting better. Ha! Yeah! And strangely, with each stimulated battle, win or lose, her feelings for the enemies started to change. Her hatred was being replaced with a sense of gratitude. If she hadn't run into that first grizzly, she'd still be living a typical Tokyo residential complex life, bored out of her mind. That bizarre creature had been her guide to a whole new world. Thank you for showing me there was so much more out there, Hiruko thought as she swung her axe. But if the grizzly was a guide, it was also a gatekeeper. Killing one for herself would open the door to even more new experiences, more unbelievable sights, more dizzying highs and crushing lows, more excitement, more stimulation. Hiya! Finally, she finished her 6th month of training. Wow. That took less time than I thought it would. Her special anti-grizzly training course was complete. I think I'm ready now. Don't you? Entraily? Hiruko said, addressing her phone strap plushie. The day when she got to take down her prey couldn't come soon enough. She stood there, alone in the empty warehouse, an obscene smile on her face. Ba-dum. Her heart, once so hungry for stimulation, was beating with the ferocity of a wild beast. Wow. Chapter 5! Wah, 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 wah. Late one night, the security alarms blared out across Oda City. Regular citizens stirred from their beds and went out into the streets, opening manhole covers and climbing down into shelters. Hiruko, meanwhile, broke away from the crowd and sprinted around through the desolate streets. Where were they? Where were the enemies? And more importantly, was there a grizzly among them? Don't tease me like this, grizzly. Hurry up and show yourself! Her heart fluttering like a love-struck girl on her way to her first date. She ran on, ignoring any other enemies until... I knew it! As if guided by fate, she found herself close to one of the blue bear-like enemies. It was wandering around a shopping district, probably in search of prey. Hiruko ducked into a side alley for the moment to get her breathing under control. She took out her handkerchief to wipe the sweat from her brow and ran a comb through her hair. She's like, I gotta look good for this occasion. She wanted to see this she wanted this creature to see her at her best. Here we go. It's finally time to do this. The last time she encountered one of these things, all she could do was run away. She'd been nothing but a weak, fragile, normal girl then, but not anymore. Through her training, she'd built herself up from scratch into a completely new person. This was no mere revenge match. It was the debut of a brand new her. Her first battle as Hiruko the warrior. Hiruko the executioner. Wow. Really is Eito vibe. Well then, let's begin. She calmly stepped out in front of the grizzly. Grrrr! The moment it saw her, the monster let out one of its high-pitched wails and began to charge. In a few seconds, it was right on top of her. It swung one of its massive claws at her face. Too slow. She simply stepped out of the way. The thing's arm flailed harmlessly through the air. Her aura! It attacked again and again, unleashing a series of vicious slashes, all of which failed to hit their target. Hiruko had done her homework. A grizzly's attack range was 9 feet, 10 inches. Alright, so as long as she stayed at least 9 feet, 11 inches away from it, it would be unable to reach her. She remained calm and kept perfect track of the distance between them. The grizzly swung at her. She retreated 9 feet 11 inches. It swung again. She retreated another 9 feet 11 inches. This is so... So far, so good. This is just like how I rehearsed it. Tasting the fruits of her labor in action, she felt the corners of her mouth turning up into a smile. Those claws had seemed so deadly before, but now they were no more threat to her than cat toys. They were nothing to be afraid of. They were never going to hit her. But she couldn't keep dodging all night. She had to go on the offensive too. She waited for a gap between swipes and then... Now! The grizzly's right arm swung forward and Hiruko charged in. She avoided the claws and passed by the monster's right flank. Now behind it, she turned around and unleashed a slash with her axe. A large gash opened up in the enemy's back, and a spray of red liquid erupted into the air. Gah! It gave an angry roar and began flailing its arms like a child throwing a tantrum. Hiruko was already out of its attack range. She saw every attack coming and dodged them easily. What's the matter? Do you have to thrash around quite so violently? Speaking to the thing in mock kindness, she continued to carve into its body. She cut its back, its arms, its legs, its face, its ass. Did you feel that one? How about that? Does it hurt? The grizzly's blue body was being stained redder and redder. Oh, why are you crying? You know that's not going to get me to stop. With every spurt of blood, she felt a fresh surge of excitement. It hurts, doesn't it? Let me hear those cries of pain. Cry for me! More! By now, the grizzly was covered in wounds. It was a blood-drenched shadow of its former self, but Hiruko wasn't done with it yet. She kept on toying with the beast. She was having fun. More fun than she had ever remembered having. More fun than she thought was even possible. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Her heart was beating like a drum. Ba-dum! Finally, as her pulse and her excitement were reaching their peak, you're finished! She used an underarm swing to plunge her axe into the monster's abdomen and brought it up in one smooth vertical movement. Switch! Ah! The monster let out a wordless death rattle as one last spray of blood burst out of its body. Now completely powerless, it tottered back on its feet. Thud. And fell back onto the cold, hard ground, motionless, dead. Execution complete, Hiruko silently muttered to herself, tossing her axe down so the blade stuck in the asphalt. Her first battle had been a resounding success. Any unpleasant memories associated with her previous encounter had been thoroughly overridden. Her aura, her badass energy. Chapter 6. Thank you. I had fun today. Even when the battle was over, Hiruko stayed by the grizzly's side. She knelt next to its corpse and offered some words of heartfelt gratitude. And thanks to you, I was able to break free from my old life. She patted the monster's head, as if she were reluctant to leave it. The more she patted it, the more affection she seemed to feel. Her hand wandered down to its cheek, its neck, its arms, its claws, and then, okay. Oh my. Now this is pretty. She thrust her hand into the gash in its stomach and gently caressed its innards. Okay. Look, Entraley. A new friend for you, Hiruko said, taking out her plushie and showing it what she'd done. Wow. What a freak. Her axe attack had opened the grizzly right up, revealing a gruesome assortment of blood and guts, including several internal organs blue like its skin. Squish, squelch. She ran her hand tenderly over each and every one, reveling in the way they felt beneath her fingers. While she was doing that, she realized something. I finally did it. I found the one irregular thing to give my life meaning. She really couldn't go back to being a normal girl now. Even if she could, she wouldn't. Hiruko promised herself that she'd do this again. She would keep fighting. Her fingers closed around what must have been the grizzly's heart. She yanked it out and held it aloft. Still slick with warm, sticky blood, the heart glinted in the glare from the streetlights like a beautiful shining star. Looking up at it, Hiruko thought back on the battle she just fought. That was so much fun. A battle to the death, lasting only a few short minutes. But with both combatants risking everything they had, the memory of it gave her chills. Surely, there could be no other experience quite as stimulating as this. Ba-dum. More. She needed more of this. Once just wasn't enough. She had to face off against these enemies again. That was all she wanted now. I'd better make a wish. She got to her feet and threw the grizzly's heart into the air. It was the closest thing to a star she was ever going to see here in the complex. As the heart moved through the air like a gory comet, she gave voice to her innermost desire. I want to keep fighting. I want to live a life full of excitement. Hiruko's wish would be granted. The enemies would attack again, and she would fight them, experiencing more battles and chalking up more victories. And eventually, Hiruko Shizuhara, congratulations, you've been chosen! She would get all the excitement she could handle when a peculiar robot recruited her into his unit and sent her to a strange school. But that is a story for another time. Wow. She's a freak. What can I say? Well, that's it, huh? Is there no credit on who wrote this in here? Yeah, whatever. Oh, there it is. Credits afterward. Former lives of the Special Defense Unit. File 03. Hiruko Shizuhara's first battle. Supervising editor, Kazutaka Kodaka. Story by Kohei Oyama. Nice. I think Oyama is also going to write the Eito light novel. I see. You know what? I know she was like, I want to see their insides and everything, but, you know, I feel like we never really got to see Hiruko in the 100-line game, like, actually, like, playing with, you know, guts and stuff. So, I didn't expect her to, like, actually grab some organs. Khee, will you look at the art book too? You want me to look at the art book? I have looked at it, before, like, vaguely, to look at the character references, but yeah, why not? This is a short stream, so let's look at the art book. Not a bad little story. I think, like, yeah, what can I say? Hiruko is a bit crazy. Alright, let's get the art book on screen. Let's see, is it showing up yet? Art book. Yes? Hold on. Oh, why isn't it showing up? Hold on. Maybe I can do a different capture then. Hold on, I'll try something else. Whoop. There we go. Alright. Now we can look at the art book. This art book contains game story spoilers and early concept art. We recommend viewing it only after completing the game. Well, you know what? Now is the time, huh? Ooh. Alright, let's look at the characters. We're gonna put them in the microwave. Special Defense Unit. A team of remarkable young people charged with protecting Lost Defense Academy and by extension, the future of humanity.
Come on, guys. Let's get this defensive battle underway.
Oh! Wait, wait, it's not working. Hold on. Why won't it show? Why is it not working? Capture specific window. It should be this one. Why is it not working? Maybe... Hold on. Display capture. Let's try that. Alright. Maybe that works now. I don't know why. Is the art book like a type of, different type of, program, so it makes it weird?
Come on, guys. Let's get this defensive battle underway.
Alright, well, I'll go back. Basically, this is the start of the art book. I don't know why I did that. Oh well. So, let's look at the characters first. View character profiles, 3D models, and design documents. Let's go with the SCU.
Come on, guys. Let's get this defensive battle underway.
Every man. Takumi every man. The main character of this story, a completely average high school boy from the completely average family. He can be a little indecisive and pessimistic at times, but when he has something to protect, he'll fight with everything he's got. Birthday is the 16th of April. He's an Aries. He's 168 centimeters, or 5'6". His specialist skill is Special Redo and Special Revenge. Let's... Yay! Spin him around! 11 days until his birthday, I know, right? So soon. You know, it wasn't until I had to, like, draw Takumi that I noticed he has, like, this, piece of fabric wrapped around his... only one of his legs. Like, I don't know if you could... I can pause. Oh, there you go. So, like, he's got, like, the like, thigh garter on his, right leg. But he's got, like, fabric wrapping around his shoe, around his boot on his, left leg. Which is an interesting design choice. But yeah, I think Takumi's the only one who has, like, a little pouch on his, belt as well. So, cool. Takumi! Whee! Put him in the microwave. Alright, let's look at this picture. God. The sword is so long. Can he spin the other way? Woo! Rotate Takumi in your mind. This is what I'm thinking about every day. Yeah, I know the sword is like, it's just about as tall as he is. And then there's the concept art. My head is in the way, but like, I guess I can turn off my VTuber. We'll just look at this. Can I zoom in? Oh! Zoom, zoom. Oh! Alright, so that's text on his clothing. Still a little too petrified to laugh. And then, it's your future, I see, a cab ride. Sorry guys, stay out of your trouble. So that's like the little text that's on his leg thing. Wow, I didn't realize I could zoom into all of these references. This is awesome. Takumi! Aww, look at his funny smile. Aw, he's angry! And he's so happy! I feel like, Takumi, design-wise, compared to, like, the other Danganronpa protagonists, and even Raincoat, Takumi most looks like Naegi. He's mostly Naegi vibes compared to anyone else. He's so cute. What does that say? Circular reasoning? A is B, so B is A? Reluctant? PTTGHQW. I wonder if this is just gibberish. Takumi's shoe! Takumi's bum. I think it's so cute that Takumi's jacket, the sleeves are a little bit long, so they don't end at his wrists, but they like cover a bit of his hand. It's so cute. Well, that's all to see here.
Now let's get back in there. Itchy those heads.
Takemaru Yakushiji, gangster with a heart of gold. An old-school delinquent who lives to ride and rides to live. Despite his rough and ready demeanor, Takemaru's really a nice guy on the inside, impulsive, straightforward, and honorable to a fault. He's sworn to never use his strength to bully the weak. His birthday is the 19th of August. He's a Leo. He's 192 centimeters, so tall. And his special skill is Special Rampage. Why? Like, he's so wide compared to Takui. He's so big. Let's turn him around this way. Woo! Just look at the chest on him, man. This giant. I find Takemaru really difficult to draw because I'm not used to drawing really buff characters. But look at the size of his forehead. Like, actually, like from his eyes to like the top of his head, that's massive. He's got a giant brain in there. The Ishimondo love child, so true. He's also got, do they all have a white strap on their leg? I guess they do, it's part of the uniform. Maybe I already knew this and I just forgot. He got a giant brain but doesn't use it for much? Aww. God, his hands are so big too. You could hold it and your whole hand would fit inside the palm. Okay, I remember when I was drawing the chibis for my merch set, I did come here to look at Takemaru's bike because I was like, frick man, I need a better reference than what I can see in the game. Holy moly. The details. Like, I will say, the detailing in their weapons is kind of crazy. I really wish, I can't wait for the 100-line art book. That thing's gonna be massive. Just like the amount of like detail that you don't really get to even see in-game probably because it's so tiny. Like all the like animal motifs that are on their weapons and stuff, it's like you won't normally get to see that. Cool though. It really is Ishimondo child. I still wonder if they got hearts in there or they're missing when they're transformed, because you see Takumi's heart in the first transformation. Yeah, like the cut between like his heart beating and like him going like ah. It's really awesome. I recommend, if you haven't looked at this art book yourself, it's really cool to like take note of all the details. Unfortunately, you can only rotate them horizontally. I really wish I could have been able to rotate them like 360. But I'm pretty sure people have also like ripped the models out of the game, so maybe if someone has the models online somewhere, you could probably put it in Blender or something and view it from all angles. The bike is so cool. Alright, let's look at Takemaru's stuff. It's a whole lot of Japanese, so I will not be able to understand what it says. God, he really looks old. Kagamaru, you look so old in this artwork. It look like, I'm saying it looks like how Komatsuzaki draws old men, kind of. Like, this doesn't look like a teenager. You know what I mean? Bro's been under the sun for a while. Exactly, he looks a bit like a raisin. Unfortunately, no sprite exists where the character holds their weapons. Yeah, I guess not. But it would be cool. Alright, I unfortunately cannot read Japanese, so I will not understand what the text on his clothing means. But he does have like that, I don't remember, is it like the 80s, the 70s, the 60s style of delinquent type of clothing, which again, Mondo. He got the toe shoe. The little shoe? Yeah, shoes with like a toe divider in the middle. Interesting. Ah! God. He's so big. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom in. There's a little guy on his pocket! That's so cute! And now look at his abs. Wow! Hee hee hee. Of course he likes pudding too. So cute. It's kind of crazy to think like, I mean, he basically is the modern equivalent of Mondo, right? Mondo and Ishimaru combined. So it's fun. It's fun to see like the evolution of Kodaka's characters and what like remains a staple of his works.
They may be disgusting monsters, but their insides certainly are a pretty color.
Wow. Hiruko Shizuhara, Ice Queen. Leader of the Special Defense Unit, a cold, almost heartless beauty. She always says what's on her mind, even if it means offending others. She's just as merciless on the battlefield, where she gets a twisted sense of pleasure from tearing invaders apart. Her birthday is 27th of May. She's a Gemini, and she's 181 centimeters. Special discipline is her skill. Hiruko's pretty. I mean, she's gorgeous. She really does have like the peko, the Tagami type of like look to her, you know. Love Hiruko. She's awesome. Except like, I say that, but I'm like, maybe spoilers for a future tier list. SF is not my favorite route. SF is only okay, I think. Which is kind of a shame, but like, I kind of don't like a lot about it. So, oops. Oops. Sorry. But Hiruko is very pretty and cool. I don't think all the girls have a slit in their skirt, so that's just like her own thing that she's got going on. Okay, the girls have these like really pointy cones as heels, and I would hate walking in shoes like that because I'm like, that's gonna get stuck in something, that's gonna poke holes through floors, through dirt, through your carpet. What a pain in the ass to walk in. The Hiruko's pretty. God, that axe is giant. Holy moly. She can carry that one-handed? Like, that's crazy. She was like, when she finally got her Hemo animal weapon, she's like, wow, this is more like it. And then, like, the circle with, like, spike thing at the end of her axe. I feel like I've seen that in, like, designs from, like, children's cartoon characters. Like, I don't know exactly what the significance of that design detail is, but I feel like I've seen it from, like, even like Chikawa or something has like a pokey stick that has something like that on the end of it. I don't know what it is. Just a pokey stick. But goddamn, the axe is like taller than she is. Which is giant. Unfortunately, you can't really see most of the details at the tip of the axe, but it looks really cool. Oh, I guess one thing about all their weapons is like they all have like spikes on the handle, something like that. So I guess it's like they have to put blood into their weapon, because like I think you mostly see it on Eito's weapon and it like stabs through his hand, but yeah, all their weapons seem to have like little spikes on them. Keeps the blood flowing, I guess. It's cool though. So giant. Hiruko. Okay, I do think her earrings are really cool. Wait, what the frick? I didn't know she had more earrings than just that. Do we ever get to see her second pair of earrings? I swear I've never really noticed them before. I think her hair always is in the way, so we don't ever see this pair of earrings. Huh, interesting. Well, she is badass looking. Like, she's already tall and she's wearing heels. She really likes to dominate over people. God, her hips. I do think it's interesting, like, or it's kind of funny that both Hiruko and Nozomi wear leather jackets. It's like Hiruko is Uchikoshi's girl and Nozomi is Kodaka's girl, so all main girls must wear leather jackets. But lately I feel like, not only because of 100 line, but I find glasses characters appealing. You know when a character is wearing glasses that they're like supposed to be really smart, or I don't know, it's kind of moe. Glasses are kind of moe. Okay, I think it's really funny every time like Hiruko turns around and you like have to look at her butt. Like the shading on her ass makes her butt cheeks really stand out. You don't see it in the concept art, but on her sprite, her butt cheeks are so so obvious. I was arguing with a friend of mine who didn't believe me when I said glasses make someone hotter. I think, you know, everyone has different opinions, different tastes. But glasses are cool. And I say that as someone who does wear glasses. So... Belt. Okay, I think Hiruko's shirt is kind of weird looking though. Like, it's interesting, and I would not have expected like a sheer puff sleeve. It's like that throws me off. Cause it's such a strange shirt. Keep the jacket on? You're like, no. We do not need this puffy see-through thing going on. Oh, can you imagine if Hiruko was wearing like a sleeveless like top? Like just imagine there's no sleeve. That'd be pretty cool. Also, yes, Hiruko does have like a red line on her arm. I think they just forgot to remove that from like notes or something. Every time I see how like Komatsuzaki draws hands, I'm like, God, those are some ugly looking hands. But they're fine. They're fine. They're just like big. The way that they're detailed makes them look a little ugly. But they're not bad. I like that he draws their like little wrist like bone thing. It's cool. Do you think Hiruko wears... No, you know what? That's a stupid thought. Hiruko would not wear safety shorts. I'm sure she's going like sexy underwear under there. She just seems like that type of girl who would not wear safety shorts. Her hair clip kind of reminds me of Maki's hair clip in a way. Maki / Himiko at the same time. Oh god. Her smile. Yeah. Oh wow, she's got 4 piercings on that one ear. Wow, you never really get to see that at all in her sprites. 4 piercings. Crazy. You know, if I wasn't so afraid of pain, I would probably get my ears pierced a bit more too. I think like it's really cool having more piercings in your ear. I just hate pain and I barely wear earrings myself. This is Hiruko's like customer service face. And this is Hiruko when she's happy. When she's happy killing things. Dorumi Amamiya, manic emo dream girl. A girl known for her mood swings and obsession with all things dark and depressing. She's a big fan of killing game stories and has no fear of death. If she has to die, she wants all she wants is her death. Is a death that's as dramatic and flamboyant as humanly possible. Same, girl. No, actually not same. Her birthday is the 25th of January. She's Aquarius, 164, and her specialist skill is Special Sick Day. I like Dorumi. Again, like, I think when the trailer and teasers first came out, Dorumi was one of those characters where everyone was like, what is this ugly character design? But I was like, yo, that character design rules, actually. So the girls do wear, like, I don't know if it's like a full body thing, but like, they do wear a turtleneck, a white turtleneck type thing, and like white stockings. But wait, does Hiruko wear white stockings? I have to check. I guess it could be white stockings. You just can't tell because they're already so pale. I guess it is white stockings. Like, again, these characters are already so pale that it's like, oh, they're wearing white stockings? I didn't know. Darumi's hair is really fun. But then again, like, I look at it from the side and I'm like, wait, how does it work? How does it work? Cause like, I'm like, how does the black part in the middle there work? Who knows? Maybe it is just the roots that haven't been dyed. But yeah, Darumi's fun. She's also got a ton of piercings. I think Komatsuzaki might have a thing for piercings. Oh yeah, if you can see, Darumi's knife also has like spikes on the handle. So everyone's just like getting pricked for blood. You know what that is? That reminds me of? It reminds me of Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill required Ryuko to have her blood absorbed to like use her powers. So, you know what? Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Kodako was like, yo, that Kill Kill thing is really cool. They wear gloves? Yes, everyone wears gloves in the SDU uniform. It's cool. Maybe at some point I'll also buy the SDU uniform for cosplay, because it's cool. I like it. God, look at her piercing chart over there. Alright. Whoa. You know, I've never really, like, fully looked at the details of all of Terumi's patches. But this is cool. Don't know what that says. Backdrop. It... I don't know what that says. Yo, that's a scary looking skull. And a brain in there. Awesome looking. Even if the Earthlings are wiped out, you can revive them later with a Dragon Ball? A Drapon Ball? A Drapon Ball? And then Key Smash. No way, she's got a Dragon Ball reference on her clothes? That's funny. Emotional instability. Well, that really is just like, you know, hitting it on the head, huh? The nail on the head. The head of the nail? Emotional instability. Yo, that's kind of baller to have that on your clothes. This is really cool. The brain almost looks like it has like closed eyes. It's designed N-O-E-X? N-O-E-X? N-O-X-E? N-E-X-O? I wonder what way you're supposed to read that. Ah, there's that design again. Komatsuzaki loves designing like random little logos. I think it's really cool. I think it like... it's something sort of unique to him, at least in my opinion. I feel like I don't really notice like random logos or badges on like character designs much. But like Komatsuzaki has always done it for his character designs, and I think that's pretty cool. That's a great face, Darumi. Interesting how Darumi doesn't wear like platform boots or anything. I feel like she would be a platform boot girl. Oh my god, look at all these earrings. A, B, C, D. That's so many. And her makeup. Wow, do you see that like blue outline for her makeup? I mean, Komatsuzaki characters have a giant foreheads. I do think it's interesting how in the game the CGs are kind of inconsistent with the character's clothing sometimes. Cause like, I remember the first CG where you see Darumi after she like comes back to life, she's wearing this, but then immediately her sprite is just normal. So it's kind of funny. I think the next time I cosplay Darumi, I'll try to get like white face makeup because I think that might add to it. Yeah, she's also like Takumi with the overly long sleeves. It's really cute. And of course the bandages for her self-harm scars. Oh dear. Cool.
And friends should help each other out. Isn't that right?
Why is the volume for their voice lines so low? Eito Atsuki, voice of reason? I'd like to argue about that. I don't think so. Takumi's most trusted ally? They're like, check out the art book after you finish the game because it's got spoilers. And then they come out here and be like, what do you think about this? Takumi's most trusted ally, Eito cares very deeply for his friends and isn't shy about expressing those feelings, corny as they may sound. He's been weak and sickly since he was little, but his impressive intellect might be just what the team needs to guide them through the war safely. They were like, they'll never know. Birthday, the 16th of March. He's a Pisces and 184 centimeters. He's so tall. He's so tall. And for what? Special fortune telling. I've seen like Eito's model compared to Takumi, and it's kind of crazy how little Takumi looks compared to Eito. But also, Eito. You know, I'm just like, maybe it is because like Danganronpa has been part of my life so long, but I'm also like, Eito is just so beautiful. Like, I mean, Eito's design kind of being an evolution of one of Komaida's beta designs. I mean, like, you know, he was built for Komaida likers. Kodaka was like, I need some of that into my next boy. But yeah, Eito in the uniform, quite normal looking. He's so moe. I love Eito's like eyeliner. As they say, it's so cunty. God, the weapons are huge! Okay, so Eito's scythe is like massive. And then again, like he stabs his hands into like those spikes. But it's cool. It's a cool design. And he's got like a ladybug on his scythe somewhere. I remember seeing that in a picture and I was like, oh, ladybug, so cute. I don't know where it is right now. But it's a very cool scythe design. I think it's definitely more complicated than Shinigami's scythe, I think, in Rain Code. Maybe Komatsuzaki was like, I'm gonna make an even crazier looking scythe. His spikes are so much longer than anyone else. I know, he's compensating for something. Do you think he's compensating for something with that scythe? Yes, actually, Cheezer. Yes, he is. No, I'm sure Eito's got a giant penis. Anyway. You know what? Eito probably... He's got a giant penis and he hates it. He's like, disgusting! Okay, somebody's probably translated all of the... Is it German? Is all this text in German? I forgot what language. Is it German or Russian? I don't remember. But I'm sure it's all beautiful messages of hope and friendship. I bet there's nothing wrong with Eito. The HBDD, I wonder if that's a reference to anything. Cause I'm just like, every time I see it, I think of Happy Birthday Day. Happy Birthday Day. Oh, wait, Cloud9 Gaming, thank you so much for a super chat. The animals represent their specialist skills. Is that what it is? The lucky ladybug. I guess cause like his skill is kind of random, right? That's cool. I didn't ever think about it that way, because I was thinking, I was like, why do some characters have these animals? I don't really get it. Oh, there's the alert.
The animals represent their specialist skills.
There we go. I saw people speculating it's a reference to hemoglobin D disease. What is that? What is that specifically? That doesn't sound very good. Some kind of blood disease. Oh, Eito. You're so beautiful and crazy. God, it feels weird not seeing his neck. And so like it's even weirder that like his swimsuit sprite just like exposes everything. I can't believe it. He really did that. He really did that in Coming of Age. He was like, how can I convince everyone that I'm different? I have to expose my entire body when we go to the beach. Also, like the shoes, where was it that says inherently evil? So funny. Inherently evil. Wow, Eito, nice shoes. What does that say? Inherently evil. Wow, that's kind of crazy. What does that mean? What could that mean? Wow, they are freaks. What the hell? You're telling me they even detailed the inside of their shoe label? What did you do that for? Oh, hello. Hello. You beautiful eyelash man. Gosh. I'm sure someone has translated all of this text and all of the text on all the characters' clothing. But yeah, Eito. Komatsuzaki was like, how much white can I put into this character design? And yet it still looks good. Alright, let's go this way.
Please, don't feel obliged to ruin your day by talking to me any more than you already have.
Oh my god! Shoma Genzaki, waste of space! That's so mean! Why would they do him like that? Oh. A young man who, by his own admission, has absolutely nothing going for him. On a scale of 1 to 10, his self-esteem is at a -5. He's constantly putting himself down from one Komaeda to another. This is like the worst part of Komaeda turned into one character. His birthday is the 28th of February, and I think they should have made it the 29th of February to make it even sadder. Pisces, he's 116 centimeters. Special shut-in. He's so little. They didn't want to stretch him out to the full screen. He's so little. He's kind of pudgy. You know, like I took a lot of smack about Shoma, but like he's not that bad, really. He's not that bad. He's kind of bad in Calamity, but like he's not that bad. Also, what is this hairline? What is this hairline? Shoma, your haircut is but it's so perfect. It's so perfect and round. My god. I remember again when I was drawing my like chibi set, I was like, ain't no way. There's no way I'm drawing this giant mech. I'm not doing that. Oh, look, there's like 2 moons. There's 2 moons on the shoulder area. That's kind of cool. Once again, like, I feel like Komatsuzaki must just enjoy drawing buff people, weird looking face guys, and mechs. Cause like Danganronpa has had a couple of mechs too.
One line reads, "The world is beautiful, if you have the eyes to see it."
Oh, on Eito's clothing? Well, Eito did not have the eyes to see it, so I don't know what he's going on about. The world is beautiful. He's like, that's my motivational line for the day. The world is beautiful if you have the eyes to see it, and all of humanity is dead. But yeah, this mech is pretty cool. It would be a pretty cool merch thing if you had like a Gundam, a Gunpla of this design. But I really don't know if like Shoma is popular at all in Japan. Because I feel like every time you see Shoma merch, it's like heavily discounted because nobody wanted it. Oh, I remember that they said they regretted that mech in one of the interviews because it was hell to model. Oh dear. Komatsuzaki was like, yeah, isn't that cool? And Kodaka was like, yeah, that's awesome. And then the 3D design team was like, ah! Oh god. Oh. Let's run away from there. Okay, you know what? Shoma's design, I mean, it's honestly like a evolution of Desuhiko. That's the closest design wise. But he's clearly a turtle motif, right? Because of his bag and everything and his color scheme. Like they were thinking like Turtle Boy, and then Shoma popped out. But you know what I like about Shoma? I like his badge. I like his badge that says BL on it. Like, and you know what? This, if you have the eyes to see it, this could be NTR. If you have the eyes to see it. The BL and the NTR. Komatsuzaki, I wonder if it's like a Komatsuzaki request or like a Kodaka thing that he's like, we have to have one goofy looking guy. Like, whose idea was that first? Because clearly Komatsuzaki likes to add as many goofy looking guys as he can get away with. That's a funky tee? Yeah, it is a really funky tee. It kind of looks like a Y? No, it looks like a funky tee to me. Big ass bag. Oh my god. I mean, 100 Line does have a lot of references to shonen shows and manga, and clearly like Shoma is a reference, or like buff Shoma is a reference to Hunter x Hunter. And there's actually several Hunter x Hunter references, especially in Yugamu. But my god, I don't really like how you can see Shoma's crotch is like defined here. Scary, scary, scary. You know, has anyone ever unironically drawn Shoma buff? I feel like I never really see fan art of buff Shoma. I only ever see like little Shoma. Little normal Shoma. I think if Shoma wasn't like, if he didn't hate himself, I think he would still get bullied. Cause look at him. Not to encourage bullying, but like he just looks like the type of character that gets bullied. Yo, look at him go though! Yum, 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 yum. God, his dead eyes and his tiny neck. Oh, Shoma. It's funny, I have to think about how I feel about Shoma. If we do a character tier list, I really have to think where I'm gonna put him.
You're really going too far now. This is so embarrassing.
Alright, Kako Tsukumo, twin little sister. One of a set of twins, Kako is the younger by a few minutes. She's prone to spacing out, but also has a keen mind and a healthy sense of curiosity. Kako is a big fan of mystery stories and wants to be a private investigator when she grows up. Her birthday is the 19th of July. And she's a Gemini, because of course twins have to be Gemini. 153 centimeters and special good conduct. I'm not gonna lie, Kako, I really do not like using you in battle because you are not very helpful past one attack. June, not July. My bad. My bad. I got that wrong. Gosh, Kako's head looks giant from the back. Kako's so cute though. I really like her hairstyle. It's adorable. But goddamn, yeah, she just has a giant head. It's like a light bulb, especially from the back. Light bulb head. Again, Komatsuzaki's stylization of hair into like strands like that, like clumps. I think it's really cool. I feel like it really influenced me as well, my art. Kako is so cute though. Alright. Weapon. Oh, weapon. I think Kako's weapon is really, really cool. Like the halo and the wings. Like such a cool design. It makes her look like she has wings. Little angel Kako. Awesome. And like it feels Evangelion inspired. This thing. So yeah, very cool design. I like it. How useful is it? Not very. Wow, they don't really have much to show at all for Kako. She's already wearing stockings. Anyway. I mean, again, like, Kako and Ima's uniforms are very, similar to Maki in V3. But I guess anything can be when they're just a red uniform. What is all this, like... Like key smash letters. Yeah, very normal. I mean, she is just wearing a uniform. The ribbon on her head, very cute though. It's like Sonya-ish. I honestly don't understand what he was going for the twins' clothes. I mean, it's just a regular uniform. The thing that makes it stand out is that they're both bright red. Kako has such like a sad little face. It's like, oh no, Kako, oh, oh, little Kako. So sad. She looks worried a lot of the time. Let this girl be happy.
It's a crime. The word sister could possibly be used to describe anyone else.
Ima Tsukumo.
It should belong to her. And her alone.
Alright, twin big brother. One set of the twins, Ima's elder by a few minutes. He acts like a carefree joker, but underneath that humor is a hint of something darker. It's not just a hint, alright? A hardcore siscon. He thinks of nothing but protecting his sister. If anything or anyone dares to threaten Kako's safety, Ima will show them no mercy. Yeah, no kidding. Birth date, the 19th of June? Not July. Gemini 158 and special misconduct. I mean, Ima's hairstyle, it's something I would draw. Like, I looked at him and I was like, frick, man, this is just Chuu's hairstyle, but the other way around. So, Ima's design aesthetic really speaks to me. And like his wings too, they're awesome. But can incest go too far? Sources say yes. Oh, but Ima's so cool looking though. Oh, what a shame. Ima and Kako, what a shame. Really hoped for more. What a shame. God, I cannot look at Ima with... Like, look at his... Girl! Your hips! It's so scary looking at him without the red blazer on top. No. Get me away. Why does he look like that? Oh god, you scare me. So, some repeating symbols to Kako here. Also, interesting piercings. Oh god, look at that face. But Ima, you are beautiful to me, alright? If only someone could write you better. If only past Route Zero they could write you better. Or at least write you more interestingly. But yeah. Keep your blazer on. Never take it off, Ima. I never want to see this ever again.
Who cares about you guys? We've never even met before. I'm sure as heck not gonna waste time worrying about you.
Gaku Maruko, self-centered mood maker, a guy who's true to his personal desires, to put it delicately. He's a coward and is always looking out for himself. However, there's something so refreshingly honest about his pettiness that it's hard to hate him. Gaku's also good at taking care of other people once he opens his heart to them. Aw, Gaku. 22nd of December, Capricorn 160, special vibes. That's such a funny specialist skill name. Gaku, Gaku, Gaku. What can we say about Gaku? I think it's funny that like even Gaku fans are like, yeah, I guess he's a little bit ugly. But like, oh, what can I say? I mean, from the beginning, I was already like, I like Gaku. And then I think like what ended up happening was that the first couple of routes that I played, Gaku was not like a really focused on character at all. So I just kind of like didn't think about him too much. And then the first time he got focused was Box of Blessings. And I was going into Box of Blessings with an assumption that it was the worst route in the game. But I am a changed person. I am a changed person, and I do like Gaku. I think like part of that is like influence from like obviously Mints and other Gakulings. But I do like Gaku. I think like Gaku is one of those characters who the writers are not afraid to give flaws. And like sometimes a flawed character is a more interesting character than a character who's perfect. So yeah. I also like Gaku. Oh my god, his ass. Sorry. It's so flat. How could you? No, look at that. There's a little bit of a dumpy. He's all flat. Look at him, like that core strength to carry like the giant machine gun. Gaku is strong. We're perving on the models. I do think it's funny that like the back of Gaku's hair is a bit messy, like he can't brush it properly. But like Gaku's like forehead is quite moe. My god. He looks pretty chopped here though. Alright, let's go from here. Gaku! I mean, that's the thing, like I think Gaku's one of those character designs where his clothing so competently expresses his character. Right? Like you take a look at Gaku and you can already form like an impression or an assumption of like what he might be like. Also, like the band-aid on his foot is giving really moe vibes. You know that like artist that like draws band-aids on like anime girls and everything? Like band-aids are a cute accessory nowadays, I feel like. So I know that he's got a band-aid on, probably because, okay, this is the thing, you would have a band-aid there if your shoes were hurting you, but Gaku wears slippers, so what kind of shoes are hurting him there? So my theory is that the band-aid over there on his foot is for aesthetics. It's just cuteness. It's for cute vibe. Also, like, the animal patches is just cute. I mean, his mascot t-shirt's kind of ugly, though. But... and, like, he's got holes in his shirt. He's so poor, he can't buy another shirt for himself. Oh. But they're so cute, and, like, they're animals probably because, like, you know, he's a bunch of, like, little siblings, and he's like, oh, the little kids would like these, like, cute little animals and whatever. Ugly ass trio, no. But yeah, like, even this font is very reminiscent of, like, children's handy packaging and stuff like that. Oh my god, this Gaku, what the frick is this expression? His hair is so chopped. I'm glad that this isn't an actual sprite in the game. It's kind of ugly. Okay, that one's kind of funny though. That expression in the bottom corner is pretty good. Gaku, his thick brows, man. I don't know. They could never make me hate you, Gaku. My chud. My incel chud. Affectionate.
I'm fine. I'll be okay. I just need a minute to calm down.
Tsubasa Koana, star mechanic, for sure. A girl who knows a lot about machines and what makes them tick. She has a bright, lively personality, but isn't good with stressful situations. When she gets nervous, she gets nauseous, and then... her birthday is the 3rd of July. She's Cancer 162 Special Mechanic. I like Tsubasa's design. I think she's really cute. And I mean, I like Tsubasa too. I think she's adorable. I really like her hair. Wow, it's so long. I remember like my first impression of Tsubasa being a bad one. Because I was like, no, oh no, you're a pukey girl. No, Kodaka's barely hidden fetish. But I think Tsubasa is cute. And a lot of that comes from her English voice actress. I think still, maybe, Tsubasa might have my favorite English voice. It's just really adorable. Whoa! Spin the whole car around. Alright. I do think it's interesting that all of the decals or like information on the windows of the car are like flipped backwards. Normal? She's like, I'm so normal. 250. I wonder if that's a significant number at all. I wish these like these models had the option to put their capes on, because I really like Tsubasa's cape. It's got a hoodie on it. She looks really cute. Horse. Ink. Oh, Tsubasa, you come in clutch so many times during my battles. Wee. Whoa! What the frick? I've never seen anyone draw Tsubasa with shorts on. I've never seen her in this outfit before. What are people doing? What are people doing? Why are they not drawing sexy Tsubasas in shorts? God, her boobs are kind of huge. Okay, I think like it's really funny that the words on her clothes look like they say porn. So many little designs. Oh, she's so happy! That hat is way too small on her head, though. Cute. Yeah, she's... Oh, what? She's got porn on her knee, too? I guess you never get to look that far down. But yeah, Tsubasa is cute. I like her. But, I think it's kind of sad, but spoiler, I guess, for the future tier list, Tsubasa is so sad because, like, after the first 100 days, I ranked her so high, and I really liked her. And then the more I played 100 line, the more her rank went down. And I'm like, oh no! Oh, it's not that she's bad. It's just, it's like she does have good roots, but like so often she's not really a character anymore. She's just a plot device, and that's so upsetting. Cool to see her jumpsuit though.
Don't worry, we're on your side. We all want the same thing, to protect the school.
Nozomi Kirifuji, I love her. I still love her, okay? Healer, a high school girl who combines a kind-hearted nature with dogged determination in battle. She's very passionate about the Special Defense Unit's mission, but also seems to be hiding something. For some reason, Nozomi is identical in appearance to Takumi's childhood friend, Karuha. She was born on the 25th of September, Libra 169, special health. I really like Nozomi's armor uniform thing. It's really cool. Like the transformation where it's like her bodysuit and then everything else gets applied on top of it was so cool. Whoever like designed it that way, that was awesome. And Nozomi in her bodysuit is very cool and very sexy. I like her. Not to be like you, or not you, but like the pointy cone heels on the SDU uniform, and these ones are even more impractical. Like, look at that. How's the girl stepping on the floor? But it's so cute. It's really cute. I like Nozomi's uniform so much. I also don't know why they put a slit in her skirt, but that's for more sexiness, I suppose. Nozomi is so awesome. I should... If I wasn't so scared of drawing armor, I would probably draw her in this outfit more. Did you know her class armor has knives? What? Where does she have a knife? Her armor is a nightmare to draw. It's not the worst. It's not the worst armor to draw in the world. I mean, you look at the commanders, and that gives me nightmares. She's so cute. I think the weapon she has is based on an actual gun design, just like made to look more sci-fi and stuff. And I'm like, what is this side piece supposed to be? Like the ammo? Why does it stick out like that? I do not know. I don't know enough about guns. You can see the knife here on the left side thigh. Oh! Oh, that's cool. She's got like two knives. I don't think she's ever said to use them in game. Just a cool design thing, I guess. What are you looking under her skirt for, Kirby? Okay, see, like, again with the puffy sleeve, but it works on Nozomi, because I think it's, like, cute on her. Whereas, I feel like it doesn't fit well on Hiruko. I kind of wonder if, like, Nozomi and Hiruko were designed to complement each other, because they are quite similar. Especially with that shirt and the leather jacket part. But yeah, I really like Nozomi. She's so cute. I like it when she isn't just like, I don't know, not objectified by Takumi, but like he doesn't put her on a pedestal and she's allowed to, like, I don't know, have her own storyline going on. Not to say it's bad when Takumi's like so kind of obsessed with her to protect her and everything, but like I think it's really fun when she gets to be like, Takumi, I don't even know you. Oh, that's cool. The ribbon on her headband is kind of goes through like a buckle. That's cool. Komatsuzaki, you're so good at drawing character designs. I think with the designs, they meant to do that with her, Hiruko, and Eito. You think Eito as well? I mean, I could definitely see Nozomi and Eito design similarities with like the color palette. But yeah. Nozomi's so good. It's too bad this doesn't have a Karuha concept art. Because I assumed that they designed Nozomi, then designed Karuha. Rather than the other way around. Whoa, look at her sleeves! It's got like zippers up to a point.
You'll note that Nozomi doesn't have any animal.
Really? She doesn't have an animal on her. Oh. I guess because she's human. Thank you, Cloud9 Gaming. Oh my god. No, you don't have to keep sending super chats, by the way. Thank you so much. But yeah, maybe that's it. No, it's probably a very deliberate design choice that everyone else has some kind of animal motif on their weapon and she doesn't, because she's human. She's different. She's not like other girls.
You're wondering why I'd hide my noble visage beneath this mask, aren't you?
Wait, I hope Kurata has a version where they take off her tomato head. Kurata Osuzuki, rich girl among rich girls, the scion of one of the wealthiest families humanity has ever known. She's proud, overbearing, and acts like she's better than anyone else. She always wears a strange tomato mask, never showing her true face. Oh, 10/10. She's a 10 out of 10. The 10th of October, Libra 159, special crafting. I think Kurata is a really fun character. However, they hardly utilize her to her narrative potential. So I feel kind of bad. Like, I wish there was more Kurata focus overall. Like, the moments she does have are good, but I think the general vibe with Kurata is that there's a lot of missed potential with her, I don't know. Like, they do a lot, but also they don't do enough with Kurata, is what I think. She's good though. I like that her skirt kind of like puffs out as if she's got like a, what's that called? Not a petticoat. You know, like a extra skirt thingy underneath. I forgot what that's called. I love her shovel though. It's like gold. Gold shovel. And it's got like the, almost like the Louis Vuitton branding, patterning on the handle. That's so funny. And once again, all the handles have tiny little spikes. Tiny spikes. It's awesome. Giant shovel. I wish I had used Kurata more in battle, because it's actually awesome that she can stun enemies. I just never really got to use that because it's not a giant range. But I like using her turrets. And I think if I had given her more commanders to absorb, I would have used her bombs way more. But like her bombs basically were the same effectiveness as the bombs items. So I'm like, oops. I'm sure if Kurata would be like super powerful if you gave her a ton of commanders. She's fun though. She's fun to play. Kurama! She's so cute. I think it's awesome that she's got like the undercut buzz. And like her haircut is like deliberately shorter in the back. I don't know. Is that French? Is that a French haircut? Again, I think like Kurata, her clothing, the size of it all is like an attempt to make herself look more intimidating, like bigger. And she's got the puffy sleeves too, and I think that's, again, like the tall, long, thigh-high boots. Everything about her clothing is like trying to make herself look more impressive, I think. But it's awesome. I like Kurata's design. Oh my god, a bejeweled ore. Where's that? Where's her bejeweled? Where's that in her design? I don't see it. Oh, it's at the back of her coat collar. Yo, that's awesome.
She's like, yes, that's a real diamond.
I do think it's funny that Kurata literally wears a tomato on her head, but everyone calls Takumi a tomato. I think I associate her clothing more with Kakoji, unfortunately. That's so sad. I'm so sorry that's what has happened to you. But I think Kakoji does not occupy as much space in my brain, so I think of this outfit with Kurata. It's good. I like Kurata's design. I think it's very... It really suits her. I think, though, if I were asked to design this character, like ringlet drills or curls, like a curly hairstyle would have been what I assumed a rich girl would have typically. But maybe they needed something shorter so it wouldn't, like, you know, come outside of the tomato head. I don't know. Her little bob is cute, though.
Holy Jumanji sword! Let us unleash chaos on the battlefield together!
Kyoshika Magadori, ninja samurai, samurai ninja. That's funny. A young samurai who's utterly clueless about the modern world has never heard of multiplication tables, let alone learned them. She has a disturbingly close relationship with her katana, the holy Jumanji sword. Birthday 11 out of 11. Dang. She really is. Scorpio 163, special Bushido. I really like Kyoshika. You know, like, as much as I'm like kind of thinking like romance is not a great first route to get, I think at the time I was like, I really liked Kyoshika's dating section, but then at the end I was like, oh, Tsubasa's cute too. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, Kyoshika's my favorite from the romance route. I just think like it was really sweet, and I think like it like showed me parts of Kyoshika that you don't see in other routes. Whereas Tsubasa's one, I was like, I see this in every Tsubasa now. And then Kurata's one just made me think like Kurata does not like men. Like Kurata's romance just made me think like they are not compatible. But Kyoshika's great. I love her a lot. She's awesome. I feel like if I were to really think about it, Kyoshika might be my second favorite girl in 100 Line. First being Nozomi. But yeah, that's how serious it is. That's how serious it is. Kyoshika is my stupid baka wife, and I'm so glad that she is. I mean, when you look at Kyoshika's design, it's very, like, you could say it's Tenko next evolution. But I think Kyoshika's really cool. I mean, I really like the long ponytail. It's awesome. Her, like, scrunchy thing looks like a big-ass donut, too. 2 arms! 2 arms indeed, Kyoshika. I wish Kyoshika had more focus in more routes though. But like she's dead in a lot of them, right? So slasher route is a great time for Kyoshika. I like it. I like it a lot. Gosh, look at her design. Awesome. Like just the mismatch of like design stuff going on, like the sneakers and then the thigh-high socks, and then she's wearing like a martial arts uniform, but then she's also got this giant cloak with like manga and shoujo anime designs on it. It's so much. It's so much and it's so cute. It's great. I'm like, does Kyoshika wear pants? I don't think she does. It's awesome. Really like Kyoshika. What can I say? She's awesome. Her hairstyle where like part of it like is under her bandana, like headband, and then part of it is above it, and then it's like pulled to the back. It's kind of confusing, but it's fine. It's confusing, but it's fine. And I know that like the kanji on her uniform here is like spelt, or like it's supposed to spell something, but like she wrote it wrong or something like that, so it doesn't actually say that word, but it's a different character entirely. I can't remember what the word is, but I think that's so funny for Kyoshika. She's a little stupid, but aren't we all? Aren't we all a little stupid? It's so cute. Look at the hearts. It's so adorable. Do you think Kyoshika would be a Fujoshi under the right circumstances?
Assassination is an art form, man. An expression of joy, love, all that good stuff.
Yugamu Umakage, teenage assassin.
To a whole nother level.
Wow, he's got a lot to say. A boy who's been in the business of killing since long before the war started. Unlike the rest of his family, who are also assassins by the way, Yugamu believes that killing should be done with love. He enjoys torture and other immoral forms of pleasure. Like, okay, getting into 100 Line, and if you like Yugamu, you have to just open yourself up to a bunch of, like, kinks. That's how they get you. That's how Kodaka changes your brain chemistry. 31st of January, Aquarius 164, special biology. It's so funny. Like, Yugamu just looks like he would be a tall guy, but the fact that he's shorter than Takumi makes him so moe. Still, I think Yugamu's haircut is also really hard to draw. I'm getting better at it now, but it's one of those haircuts where you're just like, what was going on here? Oh, but I love this face. Yugamu's got great expressions, too. And his weapon's so cool. So cool looking. again, they have so much detail in the weapon designs. It's really a shame that like you don't really get to have a close-up view of them outside of like the special artwork. And there's a brain in there. That's awesome. So cool. I mean, I think like Yugamu's outfit's kind of iconic. The robes with all the organs and stuff on it. Such a fun design. I mean, yeah, Yugamu is a Hunter x Hunter reference. The fact that his voice actor is also Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, like, yeah, you want a creepy pervert? There you go, that's your guy. That's the voice actor. His makeup. You know, I wonder if you do have a perfectly fine eye and you wear an eye patch all the time, would you mess up your vision? I imagine it would. I wish there was something different about his covered up eye. Yeah, like if he didn't actually have an eye there, or like maybe a glass eye or something. But no, he's just normal. He just likes that aesthetic. He's just into that. Again, I like his design though. I think his haircut is awful, but it's fine. Like, I think the fact that they, like, Komatsuzaki's art style gives the characters these giant ass foreheads really helps. Because I'm trying to imagine this haircut on like a normal face and it doesn't look very good in my brain. So any Yugamu cosplayers, I'm like, wow, you pull it off so well.
When shit gets tough, you gotta get tough too. Get ready to face Moko Majiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction.
Okay, I really like Moko. Moko Majiro, cheerful and lively super wrestler. A girl who's blowing up on the high school pro wrestling scene. Her courage and balanced energy are a source of inspiration for the entire special defense unit. Whenever she has a problem, she faces it head on. And she didn't choose the wrestling life, it chose her. I think it's so cute. Her birthday's on Valentine's. She's so adorable. Aquarius 188. She's so tall. Special wrestling. Like, there's something about like really tall Genki Moe girls that like I'm like, aw, cute. I love her little like braids that like kind of fly up into the air defying gravity, and like the hairband ties thingies that she has are like the corner posts on a ring, like a wrestling ring. That's so fun. It's so cute. She's so hamster. She's so hamster. I love her. Really wish she had more focus, but like it's hard because like I feel like a lot of Moko's writing is just her being a really good support character, but like never a focused character, which is really sad. I love her spiky ball. I forgot what the name of this kind of weapon is, but this is awesome. And it's got like a bear on it, which is cool. Moko's so cool. It's just too bad that like she doesn't really get much to do and she dies so quickly. Moko. I do think it's a shame that like her swimsuit is basically just her, you know, normal outfit. Hold on. You can kind of see her toes. Okay. Yeah, Moko's cool. She looks a little slimmer in this art, actually. Her head's a little smaller proportion-wise here. The ice cream, the cake. She's just a cute girl. Her belly button. Whoa, her ass. Ooh. Yeah, Moko's cute. I like her. It's just too bad she doesn't have a ton of like story focus. Alright, let's look at this.
My name is Ava, the paragon of nature.
Oh god. Ava, enemy prisoner of war? That's a really sad label. One of the enemy commanders. She is taken prisoner after a battle and kept in a cage in the school courtyard. Special fitness. I mean, this is basically just Nozomi's outfit, but... Oh, wait, she's got the knives on her hip rather than on her leg. That's cool. I think it's interesting that her bodysuit is white rather than black like Nozomi's. Maybe they thought like if it was black, it would blend too much with her hair color. But it's cool. Ava. I think like the interesting thing about Ava, and like when I saw it, I was like, oh, Futurins basically look like humans. And wouldn't you know, that's part of the spoilers. I do think like one thing about Ava is like, you know the purple face marking that she has, like, and like Veshness has a blue one. It's like important to them to have this face marking. I thought it was like a tattoo or like a birthmark kind of thing, but like Ava sprites don't have this marking after a while, and it's like, oh, is it makeup then? But it's kind of sad that it's not really addressed, like apart from like the Ava's mask thing, right? Like where she was like, you know, I need this mask. I feel like it's not ever like said, or I can't remember if it's ever said like Ava is upset that she doesn't have the face marking anymore. But then again, Ava is the kind of character who's like, I don't want to be in this war anyway, so maybe it's fine. Yeah, the bodysuits of commanders though, so complicated. I hate drawing this kind of stuff because I have to pay attention to like the reference sheet all the time. Her ass cheeks though, whoa. It's cool though. Like clearly you can tell the segments are inspired by like the muscles of like human bodies and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Ava. So sad. So sad, Ava. What is that? Looks like a worm. And then her womb tattoo.
I am not your enemy.
Mysterious apparition. Ghost boy Shion. A strange boy who appears in the school from time to time. His intangible body is wreathed in flames, giving him a ghost-like appearance. Nobody knows for sure who or what he really is. Does Shion not have a 3D model? No, he does have a 3D model. I guess they just didn't render one. Or they didn't give him a full body 3D model. Shion's cool. I wish Shion did have more time to shine. There's so many times where he's just like not even in a route at all, really. But like the couple of times we do get to hang around with Shion are fun. Fire Boy is still like a really bad name though. Phoebe-kun. Baby daddy. No 3D model, sad. No, he has a 3D model, at least a little bit of a 3D model in a cutscene. He's cool though. More Shion fan art, please.
You can call me Siri. Got it? Siri.
Look at him! Special Defense Unit's commanding officer, the principal and commanding officer of Last Defense Academy, to put it another way, a weird little robot that orders the members of the Special Defense Unit around. Under his command, Takumi and the others work to wipe out the mysterious school invaders. Microwave that egg. Oh, that's really cool though, like how they were able to make the organs see through the body, but then not this face. Like the face can't be seen through the backside. That's cool. I'm sure that, like, maybe it's not that complicated. Well, actually, I'm talking about an ass here. I don't know how complicated that would be to do in a 3D model, but it's cool. I'm very sad that Siri does not have like little butt cheeks. I think that would be really funny. But you know what? Komatsuzaki was like, this is probably a very easy character to design. How would you rank Siri against the other Kodaka mascots? Well, I like him better than the Monocubs, but it's not hard to be better than the Monocubs. I think... I mean, he's so similar to Shinigami, but I do like the brain and the heart being visible inside him. I think that's cool. I think you can't beat Monokuma in terms of iconic mascot design, but Siri's not too bad. I don't think Siri will ever be as iconic as Monokuma is to like Danganronpa, but I mean he's not always present in Underline anyway, so it's fine. The fact that he's so simple looking and yet they still have like the organs being visible, I think like helps him character design wise to be more interesting. Gotta love all the sprites. I love the one where he's like, wee! His little feet in the air. So funny looking.
I am known as Nigo. I'm the commanding officer here at second to last.
Look at Nikos! So funny looking. Special Defense Unit Deputy Commander, Siri's assistant and second in command, an odd little robot that has a gentle, caring personality, but is also prone to making careless mistakes. He's completely loyal and subservient to Siri. Look at him. He's so... so wide. Oh my god, the kissable lips. The kissable lips of Nigo. And like the little butt. The little butt of Nigo. Nigo's great. I love Nigo. Nigo my goat? For no reason, really? I mean, Nigo's kind of cunty looking too. You know what? I wish they had like the concept art for the human design of Siri and Nigo. What they doing with Nigo's he, him in bio and looking like that as a human? Alright, let's look at the concept art. Ooh. Fishies. Oh, this is cool. This is such a cool painting. Whoa. Entrance, container, various option joints. Oh my lord. It's really cool. Because I'm not like a concept artist or anything. So this kind of stuff is really awesome to see. I do have to imagine maybe like Kill la Kill was an inspo. Because like the way this building looks kind of makes me think of the Kill la Kill school as well. It's awesome. The spaceship in operation. Oh, that's really cool too. Ooh. Classroom. I mean, this classroom is very reminiscent of like V3 classroom with the electric screens. So fun. I mean, that was great. This is such a nice render. I feel like you don't really get to, I mean, unless you like look from side to side, you don't get to see the whole picture of these environments. So it's nice. The war room. Oh, look at the emoticons! The emoticons on the screen, that's so cute. The defense room. Gosh, it feels like with all the lanterns, it's got a very... Oh, yeah, I mean, it's got a torii gate. Duh. I was gonna say, like, it's very shrine temple-esque. And I was like, wait, I'm an idiot. Literally torii gate. A place of very special significance. The sakura petals in this area are really cool to see. Baby in a cheese bowl. My favorite place, the casino. I'm so sad that like these were not mini games you could play, but maybe they were like, no, we can't have people like spending all their time playing mini games. We already have exploration and all that stuff. We don't need them to start gambling in this game. It's fine for V3, but too much for 100 line. And then they were like, we don't need to program more mini games in. The pool. So awesome. I love the waterfall design into the pool. It's just like a water park. And then like the painting behind the waterfall is like what you would find in a public bath. So that's really cool. I love looking at concept art. Like, cause we get to see it when it's finished, but like this is like, they have to like design this from scratch and everything. It's awesome. Yo, the library. Whose idea was it to have the R18 section? That's so funny. The gym. The flames in the gym too. Kind of crazy. What did that say? Second Defense Academy. Oh. Well, if it really had a big 2 on it, I think the second group would be like, why does it say second? The infirmary. Oh god. You know, sometimes the Revive-O-Matic just doesn't work, and that's fine, I guess. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no no no. I chamber has a T-shaped window and the corpse inside can be seen bathed in a red light. There are double doors underneath. PC, this is where the motors and computers are. The mono eye at the front of the unit searches for dead bodies. This is so cool because it's like this amount of detail is never going to be like appreciated in the game, but like clearly when designing things it has to be considered. It just adds layers of like believability, I guess. It's awesome. Machinery room. I mean, they got like just a giant bomb suspended in the middle. And then a bunch of torpedoes on the side, but like surprised nobody like just exploded in here. The strange room. It's cool. The biolab's awesome. The brains, the octopuses, the organs. Oh god, the eyeballs, the hand, the foot. So many butterflies in here. It's kind of cute. Wow. Yeah, this room didn't change too much at all. Garage. I mean, I assume this is like partly photo bashing as well. Oh, I've never like practiced really doing background art, so this kind of stuff is like stunning to me. Yo, Yugamu's favorite place to be. Ooh. Long hallway. The roof. You know, I don't think there's ever a time you get to properly see the fence from like this angle. The dorms. It's so cute. Sumino. So much design work goes into every little bit. You know, no wonder why they went into debt. This game is massive. Oh my god. The courtyard is so beautiful, actually. This would be like a wonderful garden to be in. Unless you're in the cage. Oh my god, look at Eito! Angel sculptures. There's also a hanging statue of Siri holding a sign with warnings about the cage. We'll add hair, but if possible, would like the full picture to also contain the Angel Siri statue holding a bow. Lost Defense Academy has a Siri statue, while Second Lost Defense Academy has a Nigo statue. Wow! I don't even know if we go to the courtyard in Second to Lost Defense Academy. They really thought of everything. So beautiful. Butterflies are so present. I wonder if there was supposed to be a stronger like butterfly motif somewhere at some point. A pit toilet. Oh, what? It can go underground? What? The design is a bird potty that is stored underground when not in use. That means every time you go to the cage and you see the little swan toilet, you're just like, oh, just took a shit, huh? Just pissed, huh? The bed. A bench. Look at the with the statues. It's so cute. That's so fun. I love that. Nigo kind of looks like a Neopet Chia in this picture. Bunny and a rooster. My god, it's so detailed and beautiful. Oh. Ooh. Gosh, it's so beautiful. Like, it feels so inspiring to look at stuff like this, right? Not that I would ever draw something like this, but I'm just like, I can imagine how beautiful, how much work this took. Creators, read comment from the creators. Yo, Kodaka. Direction and scenario. If you're reading this, it means you've bought the game, so thank you. Okay, you can now go. You've served your purpose. You see, I'm very busy trying to convince those who haven't bought the game yet to do just that. So I've got no time for those already in the bag. I have to sell as many copies of this game as possible. I need to make the myriad of people whose years of hard work, burning passion, innovative ideas, and deep grudges have given birth to this wholly satisfying game know that they're appreciated in the most visible way possible. More sales! And also, because that would make me feel less... Oh, sorry. That would make me feel appreciated too, of course. Fine, I'll stop being so shameless. Forget the stuff. Just make me feel appreciated. Now that you know how busy I am with promoting the game, all you need to stop reading right now and go play it until you finish it all. Yes, I do mean it all. Live it, breathe it, dream it. Dream it. Adios, amigos. Kodaka is so funny. Like, me too. I would also be like, buy my game. Buy my game, please. Kotaro Uchikoshi, oh my god. 2Q Games is a portmanteau of the English word two and the Japanese word for crazy, kyo, making us too crazy. This was also the main fabric for the game in Kodaka's head, so we went for it and created a game that lived up to the name of 2Kyo. It's quite unlikely a crazy game like this will ever be made again. This might be the very last video game in history with a massive story that was made without the help of AI, and it was only possible with the help of media, Vision, Aniplex, and all of our excellent staff. Big thanks to all of them, and big thanks to all you players as well. From the bottom of my heart. Oh god, from the bottom of my heart. Oh no, Kotaro Uchikoshi, not you too. Earlier I mentioned how massive the story is, but there's no need for you to complete every part of it. I like how Kodaka's like, play the entire game, and Uchikoshi's like, you don't have to play the entire game. No need for you to complete every part of it. This game is like an open world adventure, and you have the freedom to journey down any path you choose. May you eventually find a destination that's exactly your cup of tea. Yeah. Komatsuzaki! That's such a funny, like, little avatar to give himself. Every time I work on a new project with Kodaka, I break my personal record for amount of content produced, and just when I think I can't possibly top myself, this game comes along and easily breaks every personal record I have with room to spare. In fact, I'm still pumping out more even while writing this comment. I really hope I won't have to match this insane amount of content again, and can take my time with something more within the realms of normalcy in the future. Please enjoy playing this entire game, built with everything 2Kyo Games has to offer. Even Komatsuzaki is like, actually, you should play the entire game. I worked so hard on this. Shimadoriru! One of the highlights of this game is the massive volume of content. The creature designs are no exception to this. I've designed a considerable number of them, including the commanders and invaders. Oh, I'm gonna assume that Shimadoriru designed the commander forms then, not the actual like sprites. The blood and despair covered creatures were first introduced to the game, to the world in Nintendo Switch announcement trailer. Since this game is already filled with gruesome elements, I didn't want to make the creatures' designs grotesque for the sake of being grotesque. Their colors are bright and cute, and yet there is something threatening and malicious about them. If you feel threatened when surrounded by a swarm of them, then I will have done my job well. In this game, the invaders also transform. Their grand transformation sequences are certainly cool, but if you pay attention to the smaller details, you'll be able to deepen your understanding of this world and increase your enjoyment of this game. What did Shimodoriru mean when Gang turned into a disco ball? What did he mean by that? What did he mean when Quinzelle laid eggs? What did he mean by that? For the commanders, I used their unique characteristics to make them look as cool and heroic as possible. They do not share many design characteristics with the smaller invaders. In fact, I would say that their monotone colors are more similar to our hero's class armor. Who is the real enemy? I look forward to the fun you'll have discovering the answer. Ooh, Masafumi Takara. I just finished the soundtrack. The last song I wrote was the BGM for a cutscene that plays in the prologue about 10 minutes after the game begins. The themes and motifs of Loft Defense Academy are still fresh in my mind, and I feel like I can compose anything. In fact, I already have ideas for a few tracks if there ever is a sequel. Oh god. This game is set in a school, and so that's the general vibe I went with when composing the music. I started by familiarizing myself with the plot and composing the slice of life melodies. As development continued, I kept exploring new scenes and settings. Kodaka, Uchikoshi, and the entire scenario team would also send me messages with specific scenes. Each time they did, I would excitedly and add a new track. The unexpected plot twist moved me the most, and I believe the soundtrack is full of great variety as a result. We ended up adding a lot more tracks compared to the initial number we had in mind. I also tried out some new themes and soundscapes. Please stay all the way until the end to hear them all. Masafumi Takara, nobody doesn't like you, dude. Alright, our last thing is just this. So that's it. We did it. Wow, it's 1 AM now. So, let's move out of here. Thank you. Thanks for coming to the stream today. I know it was like kind of a short one, but it ended up still being 3 hours because we decided to look at this concept art. The next stream I do will probably be the tier list stream. I will probably be yapping a whole ton. I'm gonna yap so much as I discuss like my thoughts on the characters and roots and everything like that. Actually, I would love if people have suggestions of tier lists I should make. Whether it's like for characters or like any other thing related to 100 Line, I would love to know. You know, if you have an idea, let me know in a comment or message me, and I'll consider it. If I don't run out of steam past character and root discussions. Do you know when that'll be? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow, but if it's not tomorrow, then we'll try to do it on the upcoming Saturday, just before the next weekend. So the weekend after that is the cup sleeve event. Yay! Very exciting. There's a tier list for all 100 endings too, if you want to tackle that. Oh my god, I can't even remember what every ending had. You know, some endings are just like poop. Maybe I could do all 100 endings if like someone gives me like a summary, like a list summary of what every ending was, because I will not know. I don't remember everything. Character roots, favorite death CG. That's hard. Oh, maybe we could do like favorite root for each character. That would be interesting, because like I feel like there's so much to discuss there, especially with characters who are so different in each root. Ooh, that might be an interesting idea. That would be really hard for Takumi and Eito though, I think. Favorite character art tier list. Oh, like just based on design? That'd be fun. Just based on, okay, based on design, how much I like them and how much I think they're actually a good character. Ranking weapon designs? That might be interesting. It's really hard. It's really hard to beat a scythe though. Oh, wait, no, I should make a, one of the tier lists should be like, how much I like to use them in battle, because yeah, that's another thing. As someone who like played a lot of the battles, I can definitely have an opinion on who I actually like to use during battle. Such good ideas. I know, I'm gonna forget all of this. I'm gonna forget all of this after I go to bed. So if you want to write them down and put them in the comments after this VOD goes up, or like message me later and tell me what you wanted me to do, I'll remember it then. I'm gonna forget. Alright, thank you. Thank you for joining me for this stream. I'm glad we got to read Hiruko's little story about her being a little freak. And like got to go through the character models. That was really fun. So yeah, next time we'll do a character tier list, and then after that, we can probably start the next game I want to try playing, which will be the Yaoi game. I'm like, can I play the Yaoi games on Friday? The Fujoshi Friday. Fujoshi Friday, Seme Saturday, Sexy Sunday, Mummy Monday, Twink Tuesday, Wiener Wednesday, Top Thursday. A whole week of Yaoi games. What? Can you imagine? Maybe I'll make it happen. Women Wednesday? That's a good one. Alright. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming to the stream. And I'll see you next time. Consequences Thursday? Uh-oh. Post-nut clarity Thursday. Alright. Bye. Have a good night's sleep, everyone. Or enjoy the rest of your day.